Welcome back, team, and we're here today for another blue level workout. This is intermediate level, so if you've been enjoying the green level workouts, this one's gonna test you a little bit, or if you want a bit of a break from your purples, have fun with this. So it's a 36-minute workout. We've built a custom compound timer for this one. So what that means, you don't have to know too much about what's going on, but what it means is that we're gonna be flipping and changing between pairs of movements, and then we're gonna repeat the whole lot 4 times, okay? So let me talk through the movements now. If you wanna skip straight to the workout and just play it by ear, read the timer, then check out the chapter markers below. Otherwise, stick with me now, we'll teach you what we're doing, okay? So the first movement up here, you can see it, the side kick crunch. The way that we do this one, have a watch through, have a practice so that when we get into the workout itself, you don't need to think too much about it. We're gonna pop off into the panther position. So the panther position is basically hands and knees, and then you're gonna raise the knees. See how my knees are off the ground now? We're gonna perform a bit of a side kick. We're gonna go left leg, kick it to the right, okay? From here, it's on the blade of the foot. We're gonna bring that right leg up and then perform a single leg crunch. Bring it back into the middle. Then we're gonna go right leg across. Balancing in the side plank, single leg crunch, and then back across, okay? So you can see what we're doing here. It's a side kick, almost called a kick sit side plank single leg crunch, but that's way too many words, okay? So you're gonna start off panther position, kick to the side plank, the top leg is gonna perform a crunch, back into the middle, and then other side. Whoop, single leg crunch, into the middle there, good. So it's almost like a break dancing kind of move. So that's the fun. 45 seconds worth of that, then we go into bear walks. So when you hear the beep, we're gonna resume this panther position and we're gonna move contralaterally. So right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, forward as far as you can go, and then backwards as far as you can go. So you're gonna bear walk backwards and forwards, but the important thing to note here is that the shoulders remain flat and your hips remain flat, okay? So we're not doing this. We're not moving our hips and our shoulders. We're remaining super flat, nice tight core, nice strong shoulders for that one there. So after the side kick crunch, bear walk plank, or the bear walk pairing, we're then gonna go into lunge morning twists, right? So a lunge morning twist, perform first, hinging at the hips, straight leg, straight back, perform a good morning, right? We're then gonna lunge forward, but at the same time, we're gonna twist our body. So if it's the right leg, twisting to the right and then back. Perform that good morning. Left leg forward, twisting to the left and then down. So you see this, we're doing our twists, lunge, and then good morning. Twist, lunge, good morning. So you'll often see the lunge morning movement in the beginners workouts. We're adding some instability now by adding some instability by twisting at the same time as the lunge. If you feel like your balance is off, a couple of things to think about. Nice tight core, okay? Big breath in. As you lunge, make sure that your feet have some separation between the two. So if I start from here, we're gonna take a step. You see there's still shoulder width between each foot as I twist. That's gonna help with your center of gravity, help with your balance there. So after the lunge morning twist, you've got squat thrusts to do. So this is the level 1 burpee. You're gonna squat down, hands on the floor, thrust the legs back into a plank, thrust the legs back in, and then resume the squat. So it's down, thrust, up, full stand. Good. After that, this is the third pairing we're doing, prisoner squat crunches. So the prisoner squats, you should remember these ones. Regular old bodyweight squat is like this. You're keeping your heels flat on the floor, chest and head upright, standing up with full hip extension. The prisoner squats, hands behind the head here. We're not interleaving the fingers. We're not pushing our neck forward. We've got the fingertips behind the head so we can keep our shoulder blades up. So you see how our torso is fully upright. We're working a little bit more of those upper back muscles in this squat. So we're gonna go prisoner squat and then crunch, crunch. Prisoner squat, crunch, crunch. Now with the crunches, I want you to focus more on bringing the knee up towards the elbow. A little bit like a steam engine. So it's gonna be a squat and then knee up, knee up. Good. Again, don't pull your head down. It's the knees coming up towards those elbows with that one. So after the prisoner squat crunches, we're then gonna do high knees, running on the spot, so like this, but the high knee portion is bringing your knees up as high as you can. If you can bring them up to the level of your hips, fantastic. I'd like to see those thighs horizontal to the ground. Good. So after those, we're then doing side lunge knees. With a side lunge knee, we're gonna make sure you've got space on the left and right of you, okay? So we'll perform a left side lunge. As we come up, we're then gonna kick that knee up, bang. Right side lunge. When we come to the center, kick that right knee up. So bang, right knee, left knee, sorry. Right lunge, right knee up. After those, we then have the last movement is the fast feet. So we're going side lunge knees, straight into 15 seconds worth of fast feet. So this is different to the high knees. We're not trying to kick the knees up nice and high. We're actually trying to keep the cadence of our feet as fast as possible. Fast hands equals fast feet, remember that. So they're the 4 pairs. It's only 8 movements that you need to remember. And if you don't remember them, don't stress. Just look up at the timer here, listen for the beeps, and we're gonna kick this one off with the Sidekick crunches. So get your watches into the right mode, cardio mode. Press go. I'm gonna need to press go on this timer, so you're gonna start your Sidekick crunches. Get in position. Get in that panther position on the floor. Ready? And in 3, 2, 1, start those Sidekick crunches. Here we go. So kick to the side, foot up, crunch. Bring it back. Kick to the side, foot up into that plank, crunch. Foot behind. So kick to the side, crunch. Kick it to the side, foot up, and crunch. So a lot of balance required in this too. Hopefully you're feeling that you need to control your body weight. Bring that knee up, push the hips forward. Back into the panther, kick to the side, using a lot of chest and core here. Hips forward, perform that crunch, bring it back down again. Kick to the side, crunch, kick. Good. So now we're doing our bear walks. Panther position. Go bear walk forward as far as you can, and then bear walk backwards. Bear walk forwards, and then backwards. Nice. Now take a rest. 30-second rest here. You feel that? What we're now gonna do, after this 30-second, repeat exactly what we just did, okay? Catch your breath. 15 seconds rest. Preston, how you going? Tim Preston. Let's get this workout in. It's just started, so if you're just dropping in the stream, you can kick it off with us. Panther position, okay. Side kick crunch. There's the crunch. Make sure that when you get to this side plank, you push the hips forward, okay? So you can balance. Perform that crunch. Kick it to the side. Bring that knee up. Kick the knee up. To the side. Knee up for the crunch. Nice. 10 more seconds. And then we're doing that bear walk. There we go. Bear walk forward, keeping the shoulders flat and the hips flat, and then bear walk backwards. Big deep breaths. Breathe into the belly, but keep the core nice and solid. There we go. 30-second rest. We got the lunge morning twist now, so changing it up a bit. Kendall. How you going? How's things? Welcome in. Okay, we got 7 seconds, pushing into a lunge morning twists here. Thanks for the raid, Kendall. How you going? So we're doing our good morning. We're then doing a lunge with a twist. Try and get full 90 degrees between the torso and the direction of your legs there. There we go. Nice, we're doing fantastic. We're kicking off into this bodyweight workout for everyone. It is an intermediate level. So, left leg. So, welcome in. And say hello to YouTube too, because this one's gonna be recorded for YouTube. Left leg, twisting to the left. Good morning, straight legs, straight back, pushing forward with the hips and the glutes there. Right foot, and then twisting to the right. We then got squat thrust to do, so in 2, 1, squat down, hands on the floor, kick those legs back, bring them up, standing up. So this used to be called a burpee. Up until probably the 90s, I'd say, this was called a burpee. But these days, if you've been following the stream, a full burpee also includes that chest to deck and the full hip extension while you jump up in the air there. Welcome in, Wide Right. I'm Zesty Charnel. Thanks for following. Thanks. What'd you get up to on stream today, Kendall? Okay, we've got 15 seconds. We're gonna do those lunge morning twists again. Repeating through each pair twice and repeating through the whole set, the whole complex, 4 times. So lunge morning twists. Here we go. So perform a good morning first. I'm gonna step forward with the right and twist to the right. Good morning. Step forward with the left, twist to the left, bring it up. Good. So what we're trying to do here, maintain balance, maintain core, using our posterior for the good mornings, and then applying some glute and quad for this lunge, and also working our oblique abdominals as we do that twist. Making sure that if you pretend you've got like a fishing line stuck to the top of your head, it's pulling your head upright. Our spine is upright throughout this lunge. So we're not crumpling over ourselves. We're not doing that. In the lunge, we're sitting up nice and high, performing that twist. Good. Squat thrust, let's go. Hands down, thrust. Full hip extension. You can see there that we're using those good mornings to prime our glutes for this full hip extension of the squat thrust. So push it back, bring it up. There we go. 30-second rest. It's gonna exhaust some of the smoke here. Woo. So if you are just joining us with the raid, we've got the blue walls today. If you play a lot of games, we're talking tier levels. Green level is common, blue is uncommon, and then purple is your epic tier. So you can tell what level of workout we're doing. We've got prisoner squat crunches now. So hands behind the head, prisoner, squat, and then we're gonna do cross-body crunches, and then squat. So cross-body crunch, and squat. Bring that knee up nice and high to the elbow. Another squat, keeping your chest and head upright throughout all these movements. So squat, down, bring it up, knee to elbow, head upright. We've then got high knees in 15 seconds. So it's 60 seconds worth of work before our 30-second rest. That's why this is intermediate. It's a bit of a longer interval than I would do. High knees, let's go. I would do for a beginner. I want your knees to get to hip height. Thighs should be parallel to the ground. Big deep breaths. And take a rest, 30 seconds. Nice. Breathe, walk around, get that heart rate down. That's what these 30 seconds are for. Get yourself prepped for the next minute worth of work. Prisoner squat crunches again, each pair twice, right? Good. Yeah, and look, if you do have any questions that you'd like to ask, use the question bar, !Q. Prisoner squat. There's the squat, there's a crunch, and there's a crunch. With the squats, try and get as low as you can. Important rules with a prisoner squat. Chest upright, shoulder blades back, heels flat on the floor. And if you can, try and get your hips below knee level without your sacrum dipping. So don't worry too much if you don't know what a few of those words mean. We can explain them later. While you're doing bodyweight work, just focus on keeping your head and chest upright and a nice neutral spine. So don't bend your back is the easiest way to explain it. Don't let your body curl forward or excessively arch like this. High knees, let's go. 15 seconds worth. Nice high knees. Push, 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 push. 3, 2, 1, and take a break. 30-second rest. You feeling it? We're gonna do our side lunge. Knees. So remember, we're gonna go directly to the side with the lunge. The foot that's moving is gonna bend. The foot that's staying on the floor is gonna remain straight. When we get back to the start, the direction that we went, that's the knee that's coming up, okay? Lots of core, lots of hip flexor today. Very important for runners. You see what I did there? So we're gonna go to the right, side lunge to the right. When we get to the top here, right knee. Side lunge to the left. When we get to the top, left knee. Good. So just keep on rolling. Maintain a nice solid balance. The thing that you don't want to be doing is while your knees in the air, wobbling around, okay? So try and maintain a really nice solid balance. One thing that I used to do with some of my clients, I haven't done it recently, I should bring it back. I worked for a short period at a big gym, an obstacle course racing gym. And one thing I'd do was have a handful of tennis balls. And when they were doing things like single leg squats or balancing movements like this, knee in the air, toss the tennis ball at them, catch. Okay, fast feet, go. As fast as you can, run on the spot. You don't have to run anywhere. Just make sure those hands and feet moving nice and fast. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Because one of the most challenging things to do whilst maintaining strength and movement is to actually then react to something. Yeah. Wild ride, you need to do some more to improve your runs. Yeah, well, wild ride, it's good that we've met today because as of yesterday, I've got half a dozen clients which are starting on marathon and half marathon training programs. Side lunge knees, here we go. So, side lunge, knee, bang. In Australia, or in a certain part of Australia, I'm sure in many parts of Australia there's gonna be an event on, but in 12 weeks time, there's actually a marathon slash half marathon slash 10K run, which Grace and I will be visiting. And we've got a whole bunch of our friends that have started up with programs on me, or on programs with me, to get ourselves breaking some PBs, doing some long runs like we haven't done before, and getting fit for running. Okay, we've got fast feet. How has your hip been, Wild Ride? Fast feet, let's go. And if you want, Wild Ride, if you stick around for another 25 minutes, we can talk a bit about your hip after this workout, if you'd like. Take a rest, good. Full minute rest, because that is round number 1 done. We've got 3 more of what we just did, okay? So get that into your mind. That's a quarter through. Make sure you're pacing yourself so you've got enough energy to push through to the end. But also keep in mind that I'd like it when you do get to the end that you've actually used all of that fuel. I want you to leave everything in the gym, all right? In the gym, in the lounge room, in your garage, wherever you're doing this workout. Okay, we've got the Sidekick crunches in 30 seconds. Do you know what's causing the instability in your hip, Wild Ride? Have you had a chat to a biomechanical specialist or a coach that may have had experience with that? Because usually if you can spend a bit of time finding out what's causing the instability, you can help build up strength to counteract that and work around. Yeah, lady, good call. Do some work before it gets too hot. Okay, we've got the Sidekick crunches. So bare position. We're gonna kick to the side, kick that leg up, perform a crunch, back into the middle, kick it to the side plank, crunch. So lots of core today, lots of hip flexor. One of the most important muscles, or one of the groups of muscles that's very important for running, is what we're using right here. These oblique core muscles and the glute med, which is in the hip. And I know when a lot of people say, oh, my hips are a problem, I've got issues with my hips, what they mean a lot of the time is the glute med. It's the one that helps to stabilize the knees when you run. Here we go, and bear walks, let's go. So nice and slow and controlled. The slower your bear walk is, the better. I actually don't want you to rush your bear walks at all. keeping your shoulders flat and your hips flat so that that bucket of water on your back doesn't spill a drop. Yeah. Biomechanical is one of my favorite words, Mel, because it makes me think you're a Terminator. You are a Terminator. Oh, cool. Grace, just got your message, awesome. You had an injury back in 2009 that you had operated on, a torn labrum. Ah, Roger. And look, I'm not gonna shame you for anything like that. Wild ride, nice night for a walk. Okay, let's go. Kick it to the side. Because look, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people reach out to me as a coach, as a trainer, because of things like that, right? They say, look, I had a plan. I had operations. I was given some therapy stuff. I was given some exercises, but life got in the way. You know, I had a kid, started a new job. I had to move house because rent was changing. All of these kind of stresses come up, and look, that's nothing to be ashamed of, and I'm not gonna shame anyone for that. Get ready for your bear walks, let's go. But if you wanna reach out and get started back on something, then that's kind of my job now, isn't it? To help people get back into things. Good, and take that rest. Take that break. So many quotable lines. Yeah. Lunge morning twists. Love it. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna start off with that good morning. Just gonna flick this around. Yeah. So good morning first. Hinge at the hips, thrust forward. We're gonna lunge and twist. Let's go. Hinge, lunge with the other leg and twist in the other direction there. Lunge and twist. Good. With your good morning, see how low you can get now. See how low you can keep that straight back and those 95% straight legs. You notice my heart rate is quite low for these movements? That's fine, because we're challenging a few other things, not your cardiovascular system right now. This is more about your balance, coordination, and single leg strength. One hip is extended, one is in flexion. So we're trying to get that coordination and balance down whilst we twist with our core as well. Getting these squat thrusts in now. Now this is about cardio. I want you to go fast now. So we do coordination and strength, and then we flick that into fast-paced cardio. Get the heart rate up now, get breathing. Good. All right, shifting gears back into that rest. So if this was an advanced workout, you'd see what I'd do there. I'd add a bit more intensity, I'd add a bit more duration to that higher intensity aerobic movement. But right now, what I want you to get used to is the idea of that, so that if you feel like this is good, you can stick your toe in the water with the purple one later. Okay, let's go. Lunge morning twist. There's our good morning. We're gonna lunge and twist. It's 45 seconds of each. Now 45 seconds is good because it gives you enough time to get into the groove of something and practice it. Like that, I nearly forgot which leg I was stepping forward with. Good. Nice. Lunge and morning. Good, go. Nice, we're gonna get into these squat thrusts in a second. Yeah, exactly 1 second. Go, kick it back. Squat down, thrust, resume the squat. Full hip extension. I want you standing up fully straight. So this is what it looks like from the side. Out to a plank. Stand up. Nice. You got some good emails today, Grace? Cool. I saw one that you mentioned me. What? Oh. Holy crap. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do it. That sounds fun. Let's do it. When is that, Grace? Okay, high knees. Oh, no, sorry, prisoner squat crunches. Prisoner squat, crunch. Prisoner squat, crunch. So prisoner squats, keeping end of June cool. So with this one, again, it's not a steam engine. I don't want you to go super fast. I'd much rather you go slow and maintain a good balance on one leg. Head and chest upright. I want you to try and keep this portion of your body completely upright as you do the movements, okay? Good. Kendall, are you still here? I understand with raids, a lot of the time you gotta bounce. But love to hear from you, Kendall, about your running experience. For those that don't know, high knees, let's go. High knees. Little fit Kendall recently did her first half marathon. And from my understanding, loved it. It's always good to hear from people about their experiences with this sort of thing, how they thought they were gonna go, how they felt like they went, how they feel afterwards. It's always good to hear it. It's gonna be great, Grace. Absolutely. Okay, prisoner squat crunches. Prisoner squat, and then we crunch. Let's go. This is a good song for it. Full squat, up, crunch. Good. I forgot the timer. I got into the groove, but 20 more seconds. Squat, crunch. Squat, crossbody crunch. You would die doing this? Oh no. No. Give it a crack. Okay, we got high knees, let's go. And look, big sachets. If you believe that this is a bit much for you, no stress. We are doing a blue level. We're doing that uncommon tier of workout. If you check out our YouTube channel, have a look. I've got a bunch of common tier ones, the green ones. So we got green level workouts, we got blue level workouts, we got purple level workouts, just like the shields and the loot that you find. So I would encourage you, Big Sasha, check out the green tiers. Green stuff was perfect for beginners and entry level worker routers. Yeah. Okay, side lunge knees. Let's go. We're gonna go that side lunge, down, kick up the knee, down. Let's go side lunge, and then kick that knee up to just lunge. So again, we're working on the hip flexors, working on the balance. If you wanna learn how to run, these movements that we're doing today, perfect for runners. Because we're working on balance, we're working on core control. You had COVID over January, wrecked the breathing for a few weeks. Oh, absolutely. That's one of the big things with COVID is that it hurts the cardiovascular system. That being said though, I'm not having a go at anyone. I just want to make sure that everyone's very wary of the fact that a lot of people, here you go, faster, go. I did notice a good amount of people using that as an excuse for not getting back into working out, number one. And I also noticed probably a very similar number of people that did get COVID and then they rested. And when they started getting back into workouts, they did it very sensibly. Look, we're gonna rewrite our baseline. We're gonna start at the beginning again. And they've now worked back to exactly where they were before or better. So it's, yeah, exactly. Fear not. Number one, you've got a lot of experienced people here in chat. And also, your human body is an amazing machine, right? Okay, side lunge knees, let's go. Sushi, you had COVID and you've eased back into it, 100%. You've been smashing the running, Sush. You've been so good. So proud of you. Let's go, Tim, let's go. It just doesn't work too well on yourself, Big Sasha. Oh, look, we know. I think everyone in chat here has had a time of their life where there's been a lot of negative self-talk. But what we try and do here is realistically, positively reinforce everyone at their own level and working towards whatever goal they're thinking of. Fast feet, let's go. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Kicking it through, let's go. Nice, nice. Wild ride. Yeah, check out the videos, Wild Ride. Exactly what Grace put in there. Start with the greens. Check out some of the blues. Check out the purples. So today, if you're just meeting me for the first time and you haven't really done any workouts, love to see it. I love that you're in here. I love that you're saying hello. So welcome in. But number 2, we're going to mention that this is a blue level workout. So this is kind of a step up from what I'd encourage people to first try. And you've got to remember that. So you got to remember, number 1, don't judge yourself based on these movements or what you're seeing me do. I've been working out for a huge number of years now. And if you haven't met me before, this is where I came from. So I want people to take that into account too. Sometimes they use where they're at as an excuse for, being very self-negative and saying things like, I'm never going to be able to do that. But look, it's possible, very possible. Bit of hard work. So start from the green, start from the beginning. Here we go, side kick crunches. We're gonna kick to the side, leg up, perform that side plank crunch, down, kick to the side, leg up. We're in a side plank now. Crunch, across, plank. So that picture of me on the left, that Jeff, definitely would not be able to do this movement. I would not ask myself of that at the beginning. But I'd look at that and go, hey, man, wouldn't it be cool if one day I could do that? And that's what you want to do. You want to be looking at things as an opportunity, looking at it as something you can work towards. Core work. Okay, we're into this bear walks. Let's go. Knees off the ground about 2 inches, and make sure those knees don't come away from the ground more than 2 inches. So the knees are going to stay very, very close to the ground. Shoulders flat, hips flat, forward and backwards. Working those shoulders, working the core. Up on the feet, shake it off for 30 seconds. Yeah, Makalito. You played a part in that one, you did. I was editing some YouTube videos last night, and I was going through them and I go, oh, I remember that movement. That's the one that DJ Mikey and Makalito helped me write. I want to do that more. I want to do some more work on that one. Yeah. Here we go, sweet. We've got side kick crunches, back into it, let's go. So, side kick, crunch, bang. Side kick, crunch, let's go. Side kick, and do that crunch. Good. Side kick, bring that one leg crunch into it. Oh yeah, thank Makalito for that one. Only 10 minutes, exactly. You guys got it, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice straight body, push the hips forward. Helps with your balance with that side plank. Go, and then one more of these. Get into bear walk position, knees off the floor, and go. Forward, when you hit the end of the room, go backwards. Doesn't matter if you've only got 1 or 2 meters to work on. Just do a short little 1, 2, 3 step, then go backwards. 1, 2, 3 step, and then go back. Good, 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 good. We're at 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Where's my mouse? I gotta do this. Gotta do this. Then I gotta do this. Closing that. Okay, it's a big move. What'd you do? Move from Sydney to the Gold Coast. Whoa, whoa. Big Sasha, that's a massive move. Was it for, what was the move for, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to answer. Okay, lunge morning twist. Good morning. And then as you lunge forward, you're gonna twist as well. Trying to keep your torso and spine upright. So try and remain fully upright as you lunge and twist. Good morning. Lunge twist. Yeah. There's 2 things. Your brother moved up, the whole family followed, so you may as well give it a go. Yeah. yeah, that's not a bad way to do it, Sasha, because especially if you're close with your family like that and you can get some support, it is cool to move somewhere where you've got family, just in case you need to call upon someone for a hand with something, right? That's cool. Okay, squat thrust. Go. Hands down, thrust it back, bring it up, squat. Cool. Nice. Nice. We're doing those again. Big gym culture shock. How so, Sasha? What's your commentary on that? Do you mean there's more gyms, or the culture of gyms is different between Sydney and the Gold Coast? Starting back at work. Yeah, wild ride. A lot more gyms, but the clothing, Roger. Okay, I think I get what you're saying. So we're gonna do our full good morning here, and then we're gonna, yeah. Look, Gold Coast stuff. A lot more tan, a lot more people like to spend time out by the beach. That's one thing I notice, actually, is that sometimes you take your glasses off. Oh, right. Roger that. Cold soul. Look, there's something to be said about feeling comfortable in your own skin and body positivity, etc., which is cool. Squat thrust, and you know what? We might not know where people are at their journey. Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of. Exactly. And people are gonna. Number one, I think in terms of the clothing that people wear, especially in the Gold Coast, it gets warm. It gets hot and humid and warm. Distracting, yeah. Which, look, again, I say it with all, I'm not meaning any offense at anyone when I say this. Sometimes I think if you find yourself distracted by it, yeah, and that's it. You've come from a place where you're not used to it, Sasha. And I think you're smart enough to be realizing this as well. Prison squat crunches, let's go. You know what? It's a figment of, not a figment, but it's a carryover from your own background, if that makes sense. Where you come from, what you've seen, it's different. And you're not used to it. And so you're getting distracted by something different. Whereas for a lot of people where that's their native fashion sense when it comes to activewear, that's just the thing. So there's one thing to be said about, I suppose, whether something is indecent or not, but a lot of the times I find that the term indecent is quite subjective. And that's, sometimes it's a problem with the person that is wearing a mankini. In a restaurant, it's a little bit of an issue, but sometimes it's just the fact that maybe I'm not used to it, and I'm learning to assimilate into a culture that I've moved into. So yeah, look, that's just the thing. All right, prison squat crunches, let's go. You'd love to be able to wear just a crop top and small bottoms. Yeah, and that's another thing to be very wary of too, Grace. Sometimes the attitude by the eye of the beholder can be a little bit skewed by poor upbringing and poor senses of, I suppose, personal ethics and morality, which is a much bigger discussion than we're going to have here on a fitness stream while we're doing this workout. We can have a chat about it after we finish the recording. So we're going to go to high knees now. So focusing on what we're doing, because we are here to improve ourselves. When you do improve yourself, when you do feel like you're capable, you get a lot more confidence as well. And a lot of the time, you could have whatever body you want. Bodies are bodies, and as long as you carry yourself with confidence, people are still going to see you with a higher level of respect because you are confident about things. So let's go. Prison squat crunches. Oh, I'm meant to be doing these. Prison squat crunches. And then high knees, go. See, that's what happens when I get onto a train of thought where I try and word my words carefully. I forget what workout I'm meant to be doing. All right, take a rest. Good. Side lunge knees. We are nearly here. Tim Preston, how you feeling? Got 3 minutes left, mate. 3 minutes. Yeah, just avert your eyes. Sometimes I feel like if I take my glasses off, I might be casting weird stares because I just don't know what I'm looking at, if that makes sense. So sometimes I think to myself, I should actually just have glasses on so that I know if I appear to be looking like a weirdo. Up. So side lunge, and then knee. He's doing a lot more runs with a singlet and shirtless at earlier times of the morning because it's warmer, yeah. Yeah, there is something to do with the equatorial effect of the sunrise. Yeah, a little bit. And also just the climate, like you said there, Woody, the climate lends itself, that's the word I'm looking for, lends itself to more early morning stuff. And there's here we go, fast feet, go. Yeah, you're right, Grace, 100%. Hey, breathe. Focus on this movement, then I'll talk. I read this morning, funnily enough, in a tweet, that by looking at the sunrise, you actually have 1 million times more effect on your neuroreceptors and your neurochemistry in terms of telling it to wake up than artificial lights. If you wake up and stare at artificial lights, that's cool, but if you can wake up and look at the sunrise, even through cloud coverage, it's a 1 million times factor more effective at setting up your circadian rhythms and setting up your day for its I think it's catechol, I forget the word, but there's 4 neuroreceptors. There's epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, and cortisol. So those 4 things set you up for the day. And you know what? You know what's actually really crazy? Those 4 things are responsible for how much energy you feel like you have. So we talk about caloric energy. We talk about how much energy you're gonna burn in terms of calories. And that's to do with glucose and carbs and ketones and fatty acids. But then when it comes to how much energy your brain has, that's to do with those 4 things: epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, and cortisol. Yeah, big Sasha. Yeah, 1 million times factor. So you know what I did this morning? I had my cold shower and I actually stepped out over here. I brought this up and I stood here for a couple of minutes. And I looked at the sunrise. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm feeling pretty bloody chipper today. I'm feeling great. So I'm gonna end that YouTube recording with that. I think that's actually a really, really nice non-physical fitness related thing. Check out the sunrise when you wake up. It helps set your circadian rhythms. It helps set up those 4 neurochemicals to give you a great day. So if you wonder who I'm chatting to, if you're watching this on YouTube, you wonder who I'm chatting to, you can check us out on twitch.tv/fit4purpose. On the morning area time, anywhere between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m, I'll go live in Adelaide time. I'm gonna do better at trying to set that to a much more specific time. It depends on if I've got clients in or if I've had a late night doing things. But yeah, check us out on Twitch. Otherwise, we'll see you again here on YouTube. Remember, blue level is intermediate, green is entry level, and purple is the epic tier workouts that you can really test yourself with. We'll catch you next time.